Hi guys, this is the third time that I'm trying to go live. I'm really hoping it's going to work this time. So I'm now on my phone to see if I can get it working. So before I dive into the training, I do just want to make sure it is live. I think it is working from my phone. Yeah, amazing. I can see it. Right, let me just decide whether I think I want to do it in horizontal mode. No, I can't. I need to do it in this mode, which is slightly frustrating, but never mind. Hello, everybody. Sorry we are a few minutes late. I couldn't get it to work. For some reason, on my Mac, Facebook didn't want me to go live. So anyway, here I am on my phone. I am just going to get it all set up. So excuse looking at my body for a second, or my hand, while I just get my phone in place, because I wanted to do it on my Mac, which I always do it on. But for some reason today, technology, as we know, doesn't want to let me do it. So here we are, doing it on my phone instead. Let me just get it set up because I wanted to just make sure it worked before I got it all set up and realised it wasn't working. Hello everybody, if you are watching, please come and say hi. Let me know where you're watching from today. That would be fabulous. I would love to know whereabouts you're from. I think most of you will be UK based. I know there's a few probably from around the world as well, but I know most of you are UK based, so please come and say hi. Let me know where you're watching from, and I'm just gonna get everything set up. I'm really hoping the technology stays working for us. Now that at least we are on. And we are going to get going in just a minute, but I just want to give everyone a chance to find us. There's a couple of people helping me today. So we've got Pat and I believe Helen as well. Helen Burton-Ward and Pat Ryan, who are admins in here, and they'll be on the comments as well. So they can help you with any, they'll try and help with any tech issues that normally it's kind of at your end. So, but let me know, because I can't see your comments. So I want to comment. Yes, brilliant. Right, I can see some comments coming in. So I am, because I can't see them on my phone, we're looking at my laptop over here. So when you see me looking over there, it's because my laptop's over there. And yeah, loads of you joining. Lovely. Hi, Broadman. I remember seeing your email this morning. Hi, Jem. Hi, Melissa. Lovely to have so many of you on here. Please, come and comment. Let me know where you're watching from. That's a great start. And then just give us a minute and then we will get started. Let me have a sip of my water. Morning, Ali. Morning, Helen. Hello, hello, hello. I know there's quite a few of you that were struggling with getting your download of your workbook. So, with your Epic Life Challenge, day one, here we are today, there is a workbook that you can download, and you would have been, as long as you're signed up. So if you haven't signed up, let someone know in the chat and they'll try and send you the link, or it's all over this Facebook group, right? So you can go and sign up, and then it'll be sent an email with the workbook in it. Some people are saying that they can't download the workbook for some reason. I don't know why some people can't. It's bizarre. And we've checked our end and everything's all set up good and we can download it, and we've tried all sorts of different things. So I'm not sure why you can't, but it doesn't matter. Like, the main thing is that you're here. The workbook is just to do alongside it. The tasks, so we're setting you a teeny tiny little bit of homework to each day, because this is a challenge at the end of the day, and I want you to actually take some action and actually get some results. I'll let you know what that is anyway. So even if you can't get the workbook, try on a different device as well. That might help, because just weird. Don't know why some of you can't. Leanne's trying to watch while the kids are quiet. Cool. Yeah, quite a few people are like, for some reason it's saying that access denied. I don't know why. It doesn't matter. The best thing is you're here. It's actually the first time we've ever had the workbook anyway. And we just hit 100 people watching. So hello, everybody. Lovely, lovely to have you all here. Right. I'm just going to dive straight in. So this is day one of the Now Your Epic Life Challenge. I'm Jo Tompkins. I am founder of the Now Tech Tribe Facebook group and the Now Business Success Club. We've been with this group, it's been going for coming up 2 years now, and it's amazing. And everyone in here is so supportive, lovely, and we're here to help you to grow your businesses so that you can have that confidence to put yourself out there, have get more clients, make more money, have more of an epic life, essentially. And so we do these trainings every so often to help you, basically, to get that, because I know it's something that so many of us struggle with, is to get more clients in through the door and to have the confidence to actually put ourselves out there in the first place. Am I still live? Can someone let me? No. Because I just had something come up that was just saying I can't comment anymore. So Pat, you might need, if you're logged in as me, you might have to unlog as me. Because I think it's just blocked me from commenting. It doesn't like it when you do big challenges like this, Facebook. It's like, tries to, oh, I am still live, good. Phew, right, that's the worst thing about doing these is the technology, isn't it? It's like, is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? Right, okay, let's dive straight in. Let's get going with it before technology does something to us. I am on my phone, so I hope my phone doesn't ring while while we're doing this. If it does, I'll be tapping it and getting rid of them. If I do disappear for any tech reasons, I will be back, I promise you. So just keep refreshing your screen and I'll come back. So I'm Jo Tompkins. I'm founder of this group. I'm all good. Thank you. My husband's like, are you okay? Yes, I'm fine. Right. My life completely changed about coming up 10 years ago now. I'm just about late 30s, very late 30s now. But during my 20s, I basically just always went for the easy option, really, in terms of my career. I didn't really push myself very hard. I went for jobs that I could definitely have been doing better, and I knew that deep down, and I didn't push myself. I wasn't taking responsibility for my life, for what I was achieving, and it really hit me, like, you know, I don't know if anyone else feels like this, that like everyone around them seems to be doing great, and yet you don't really feel like you've managed to achieve very much. And I had this really, really strong pull to start my own business, and it's something that I've always wanted to do since I was very little. I remember wanting to start my own business, and whenever I used to hear of my friends or just acquaintances, people on Facebook or whatever, that had started their own businesses, and especially now a beauty business, it kicked me in the stomach, because I knew that I should have been doing it as well, but I wasn't. I was just I was just getting by, and I didn't really have enough money. We were in debt. It was fine. I didn't have a bad life. I had, it was an okay job, but it definitely wasn't fulfilling me. And I knew that I was capable of more, but I kept holding myself back because I didn't think it was possible for me. For me, I was thinking, oh, well, I don't have enough money to start a business. Don't have enough time. I've already got a full-time job. But they were all excuses, because at the end of the day, once I turned 30, I was like, right, I need to get my together. Had 2 children. And then I had the time, and then I managed to get this working. I managed to get myself out of having that full-time job, and I managed to start my business. And I told myself all through my 20s that I just didn't have the time, didn't have the money, didn't have the drive, wasn't confident enough to go and do it. But I managed to find that. And there are loads of things and very specific things that I did that completely changed my life for the better, and that have allowed me to live my epic life. And that's what I want for you, because I know that for all of us, wherever you're starting from right now, you can have whatever life you want. You can earn whatever money it is that you want. You can achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve. But there's a few things that you're going to need to change, because if we're staying doing the things that we're currently doing, we're not really going to change. Nothing's going to change, right? We have to change up what we're doing in order to get different results. And it wasn't until I basically started taking responsibility for my own life. It was about 2 years before I actually started doing nails. I read this amazing book, and it was by Paul McKenna, and it was called Change Your Life in 7 Days. And one of the things he talked about was about taking responsibility for your own life. And at that point, it's it opened up this world of difference in my life, because rather than before, I was just waiting for things to happen to me, and I just wanted things to just fall in my lap. I didn't want to do that. I wasn't doing that anymore. I was consciously doing things and taking the action that I needed to lead to where I wanted to go. And all of a sudden I realized it wasn't just luck. as to why I was going to have success or not. It was down to me. And if I took full responsibility for that rather than blaming everyone else or circumstances around me, like, then once you do that, you take back that control, and then like the game changes, right? Because you've taken back control, you're going to take the action that you need, and then you are going to get the results that you want. And this is what I say to everyone, that it's so possible for you to have an epic life, so possible for you to achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve. And once I read that book, like, I started learning loads. Like, I opened myself up to learning on a huge scale, like, and I still do now, like, even alongside teaching all the girls in the Nail Business Success Club, everything, like, I'm still learning all the time as well. And that's so, so, so important. But even like the amazing thing is that I have so much more pride now. Like, I have so much more pride for myself, for my business, for my life, like, knowing that I went out, and even though it was incredibly scary, and like, I know all of you will find it incredibly scary as well, like pushing yourself and putting yourself out of your comfort zone and going for what it is that you want, it is worth it. Like, it's worth getting over that fear. And it's not about being fearless. I know I've only got half of my thing up here, but it's about fearing less. That fear is never just going to go away. Like, the end of this chat is just going to go away, but it's about you being able to just know that it's normal. Everyone has these fears, but you're going to move forward anyway. And it's just about fearing that little bit less each day, so that you can take the action that you need to, so that you can get the results that you want. Okay, so you get to choose how much money you make and how epically you want to live. So what do you want out of your life? Like, how epic do you want your life to be? Like, because you get to choose it, and it starts today with this challenge. Because come and start like writing in the comments, like, what does an epic life look like to you? Like, we're going to do a little bit of a breathing exercise in a minute and bring more of it out. But if you've got ideas already about what an epic life looks like to you, start letting me know in the comments. I'm just going to take a little sip of my drink. I get incredibly dry mouth when, when I go and do these lives. Jane Candle Fox Garner. Feel the fear and do it anyway. Yes. I'll do a little introduction in a minute as to what we're actually going to be covering, but stay with me. Honestly, this is going to be so worth your time. Because like, there's a lady called Inga Walsh who was holding herself back, and she did this challenge. I think it was, I'm not sure when she did it, a few months ago now at least. And she is fully booked up till Christmas. Now, she had to move country because of personal circumstances. She came to England, she knew no one, yet she has got her business to an incredible level now. We're going to be interviewing her next week in this group. And she's gone from not being able to have clients. She came and joined the Nail Tech Tribe Facebook group. She was watching for ages, and now she has a business that's fully booked till Christmas. Like, we're in September. Like, I'm so proud of her. And she started that by doing this challenge first. And Becky Cross, she did this challenge, I'm pretty sure it was back either in April or in July. She's a single mum. She works from home. She doesn't have like a big salon set up anywhere. And she has like managed to go from struggling, and you know, she says it, and we're interviewing her this week as well, being in debt, struggling to get by, being on benefits as well, to actually having an amazing business that she works from home around her 3-year-old. And she's been able to pay like 90% of her debts off. Like, she has managed to do that because she's shown up for herself, because she stopped saying no, she took responsibility rather than just hoping and waiting for things to happen. And this can be you as well. Like, you get to choose how much you make. I was listening to this really good story the other day. Has anyone watched Ballers? Like, my husband watches it, and I just happen to be in the living room, and I'm often doing work on my laptop while he's watching stuff. And he's watching Ballers, and it's got The Rock in it. And he told a story, and this is part of the program. And in the story, he basically was saying that his dad worked for this company for 30 years. And one day after 30 years, probably because it was like his 30th anniversary, the big boss invited him to go up to the office. And he'd never been up there before. And he was like really excited to go and meet this man, and, you know, had visions of what this person was gonna be like. And he got in the room, and it was nothing. And it was just a man that was very much like him, that he had idolized and thought was completely different to him, and completely idolized. And what he actually found was that this person was exactly the same as him. And all it was that this person had decided to go for it. This person, the boss, had decided at a younger age that they were going to go for it and that they could do it. And he could have done that as well, but he didn't. He chose not to. And we all get to decide, like the people that have success already, the people that we look up to in the nail industry, beauty, is anything, any entrepreneurs anywhere, it's not that they're cleverer, smarter, got more money, any of those things. Not that they have more time. We all have the same amount of time in the world. Like we all have the same amount of time each day, sorry. But they decided to go for it and they didn't let the fear hold them back. And that's what I want for all of you, is for you at the end of this challenge this week, or even right now, actually, not even at the end of the challenge, like right now, that you decide to go for it. That you decide that even though it is going to be scary and even though it is going to require you to step out of your comfort zone, that you can be that fully booked nail tech. Like there's no reason that you can't earn 3, 4, 5k a month, just like some of the other nail technicians that I know do. Because the only difference between them, it's not like they've got incredible skill. I mean, yeah, they are skilled, like they're really good. It's not like they've been doing it for, it's not like all of them have been doing it for 10 years and that's how they've got to this level. Like some of them are brand new as well. Like some of them have only been doing it like less than a year and they've got their businesses to that level. So there's no reason that you can't have that as well. And how you show up this week, like there are so many of you watching right now, like I'm over the moon by how many of you have shown up here, because there are so many people that sign up that don't even make it to the challenge, and they'll come to day 1, but then they don't show up for day 2, day 3, day 4, or they peak off, they fall off over the time. And it's up to you. Like you will get out of this challenge what you put into it. So, you know, if you don't bother watching the challenges, if you don't do the homework that's attached, if you don't show up properly, if you don't get involved in the chat, like you are only going to get out of this what you put in, basically. And it's why some people doing this training will literally take every ounce of it, implement it, listen to it, go back over it, and will get the results. And why others are like, oh, well, I tried it, it didn't work. Because they didn't take the action that they needed to afterwards. And I want you to take the action. Like I'm here, this time that you have over these 4 days, to inspire, motivate you and build you with confidence, so that you can have that confidence to put yourself out there into the world, so that you can attract as many clients as you want into your business, charge whatever it is that you want into your business. So I want you right now to type in the comments that you commit to watching all 4 trainings this week and to do the homework each day. I want you to write that in the chat right now. All of you, all 127 of you that are watching right now, I want you to write that in the chat. Don't worry, Debbie, if you can't get the workbook link, for some reason, some people just can't do it. So it's fine. I'm going to explain the homework anyway. So, and everything that I'm talking, like the talking is the main part. The workbook is there to just have alongside it to help you. Yes, Kelly commits. Jem commits. Amazing, 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 amazing. Right. Keep writing that in. I want all 127 of you. Well, some people dropped off. And that's quite interesting, isn't it? My squeaky bottle. Okay. So, what does being a fully booked nail tech mean to you? It's so important to have a strong why, because growing a business, any business, nail business, beauty business in particular, because obviously that's what we're here talking about today, is gonna be hard. Like it's not supposed to be easy. I know we all want it to be easy, and sometimes we think it should be easier than what it is, but it is gonna be tough. It's gonna take a lot of inner strength. Like running a business is gonna pull out of you like exactly who you are, and it's gonna show your determination, your grit. Like you are gonna need all of that, basically. Someone was ringing me. One of the things that is really important is you will feel motivated during this challenge, right? You're going to feel really motivated to take action, to do all the things that you need to do. But how do you keep that going when I'm not here? How do you keep that going when things get hard? How do you keep that going when you've done 10 posts and you still haven't got a client? How do you keep that going when you're trying to build a website and you're crying because you can't get Wix to work? Like, what do you do when a client tells you their nails are falling off and you're like fretting and freaking out? Because at most people, they don't have a strong enough why. And so when these things happen to them, they're like, oh, well, I can't do it. It's just too hard. I can't do it. You have to have a really, really strong why that's going to keep you going, even when times are hard, even when it feels like you're not getting it there. Because having a strong why, like your reason that you want to do this, like the reason that you want to be a fully booked nail technician, like that's going to get you taking more action. That's going to keep you going when things get hard, and will make it happen for you, right? If you've got a strong enough why, you will keep going. You will not get distracted by other things. That's why some people turn up for this challenge and some people don't, because they sign up and then they're like, oh, well, you know, I kind of want this. You will not, if you only kind of want this, like, then you are not going to get anywhere. Like, you've got to really, really want this to make it even worth your while starting a business. Like, anyone that's thinking starting a business is going to be easy, no, it is not. Like, it's going to be tough work. What I'm going to teach you this week is going to help you, but it's still going to be tough. Like, you've still got to be really, really strong. So it's really important that you have a strong why. So I want you to share your why for doing this. Like, my why was that I wanted to feel successful. I don't know why in my like late 20s, 30s, I suddenly had this ambition hit me, like, and no longer was I happy with what I was doing. And I was like, no, I'm made for more. I can do this. I'm going to step out of my comfort zone and I'm going to do this. And my why was that I wanted to feel successful. Like, I wanted to be able to live an epic life. I want to be able to do all the fun things that I want to do. I want to be able to take my kids to Disneyland. Like, I want to be able to maybe go on a safari with them when they're older. Like, I want to be able to buy the things that I want to buy. I want to be able to buy a nice product. Like, I know money doesn't make you happy, but it definitely makes things easier, right? Like, it definitely makes things less stressful, and being abundant, like, that brings more to you. So come and share with me. Laura's like, my why is my babies. Kelly, my why to feel successful and have financial freedom. Rachel, to be able to give up my other part-time job so I can do nails full-time. Yeah, like, and yeah, they're all really good ones. Like, face it, I want to buy a house, not have to worry about money. It's the feeling that you're going to get from it, the freedom as well. Oh my God, the freedom of having your own business and not that tie of another job. I know, like, when we're nail techs, we have appointments to do, but we get to choose. We get to choose how much we make. We get to choose, like, the money that we can make. We get to choose when we work. We can work around our children. For any of you out there that've got children, like, it is amazing to have that freedom. And for me, like, I went from working in a basement up in London, a basement office, basically. There was no daylight in there, and I was in there for 9 hours a day with a 25-minute lunch break at lunchtime. It was not good for me. Like, it really, really wasn't. And now that I have the freedom, and that's probably why I chose to be a mobile nail tech, right? Because I love now, like, anything, just love being outside and, like, going different places, and to have that freedom and not having that tie of a job is just incredible. Being able to take the holiday that you want to take when you want to take it, like, it is just incredible. And it's really important that you know that. So really, really make sure that you know your why. If you haven't got it right now and you're like, oh, I don't really know why I want to do this, like, spend some time journaling over it later on once we've finished. Like, have some time thinking about why you want this so bad. Like, what is that deep reason why you want this? And write it down somewhere. Make sure it is super clear to you every single morning when you get up why you are doing this, because that is going to keep you going day in, day out. Okay. So I want you to close your eyes, take a couple of deep breaths. We're going to do a very, very, very quick visualization, because I know we haven't got, like, forever together today. But I want you to visualize what your epic life is going to look like. So you can choose a date and time ahead. So it might be at Christmas. It might be a year from now. You might be thinking a few years from now. But what I want to do is just close your eyes for a moment. I want you to take 3 deep breaths. Place your feet flat on the floor if you can. I know some of you will have children and things around you, so obviously just adapt where you can. But right. Breathe in and out. So after this 3rd breath, I want you to visualize what your epic life is going to look like. How is your business operating? What do you look like in your business? Where are you working from? What are the clients like that you have coming to you? Imagine them paying you. How much are they paying you? How much are they loving you? They're like, oh my God, I love my nails so much. And then rebooking. you seeing your bank account, you being able to buy what you want this Christmas. Like, think about your epic Christmas that we might have coming up in a few months, your epic 2022. Like, what would that look like? Like, if you had your epic life right now, what would that look like? And in your personal life as well, like, how are you showing up? Like, what kind of hours are you working? Like, if you were living epically to your true, like, not feeling into scarcity around, like, oh, well, that's not going to be possible. Like, if you were living in abundance, what kind of hours would you work? Like, how does that look like for you? And again, you can spend more time on this afterwards, but it's really good to start realizing where it is that you want to go. Because if you don't know where you want to get to, like, think about having a map and someone gives you a map and you don't know the destination. Like, it's gonna take you a very, very, very long time to get there, right? And to find it. Like, you have to know where it is that you want to get to, and visualizing and journaling and writing things down and knowing exactly where you want to get to is so important, and will have such an impact in the action that you take. And really, like, all of what we're going to teach, like, it comes down to having that belief and having that time to think and realize where you want to go, and then taking the action to actually get there. We're going to be covering all of that this week. But really, like, if you know your why and you know where you want to go, that is a great, great, great start. And for so many of us, we fall into that, oh, but I don't know if it's possible, so I'm not even going to let myself think it. No, like, you've got to think it. Like, you've got to take the action as well, but you do need to think it. Like, you have to get excited about your life, right? You have to get excited about what's possible for you, rather than being pessimistic of, oh, I might not get there. Okay. Because being fully booked and living an epic life, I believe, is like 20% down to strategy and like 80% on mindset. We are going to be going through both this week. Sharon is wanting to own a jet and owning several salons too much. Like, no, like, it's really not. Like, I was thinking, like, if I wanted to become we've got a Peloton bike, right? Like, you know, the exercise bike. My husband bought it. When he bought it, I was like, oh my God, you're mad. But anyway, I do love it. But I'm like, if I wanted to become a Peloton instructor, like, at the moment, I'm a size 14. I'm a fit-ish, but I'm not that fit. But if I wanted to become a Peloton instructor, like, that would be like a million miles away from where I currently am, right? I've got no background for fitness, like, no course, like, you know, qualifications, nothing like that. But if I wanted to do it, I could go out and do it. Like, there is no reason. Like, it might take me a few years, but if I committed to doing it, I could go and do it. I'd need to go and do some training. I'd need to get super fit. I'd probably go and need to move to America or something, but I could do it. And it's down to, like, what you're willing to put in order to get it. There's no reason that you can't have a jet and several salons and a swimming pool. And, like, one of the things that I always say I really, really want, that I'm gonna have at some point in my life, is a house with a swimming pool. Like, it's just in my dreams. Like, it's one of the things that I really, really want to have. I'm nowhere near getting that right now, but it's in my, like, manifesting. It's where it's on my vision board. It's what I want to try and achieve in my life, and I will keep going, and I will try all the different things I need to do until I get there. Okay, so once you have that, right, let me dive straight in. So 99% of nail technicians and beauticians who are not fully booked have one or two problems. The first one, and let me know if this is you, the first problem, these are big picture problems. The first big picture problem that most nail technicians and beauticians have, and why they can't get enough clients, why they can't keep clients, why they're not getting enough money coming into their business, is they don't believe in themselves. So they don't take the action that they need. They're too scared, or they don't come at it with the right energy. They block it. They don't think it's possible for them, and so they don't take the action, or if they do take the action, they're blocking it and they're not putting the right energy into it. So who out there is not sure they believe in themselves enough? And do you think that that might be limiting the action that you're then taking? Because I do know that there are a lot of nail technicians, I hear it all the time, obviously I talk with a lot of nail technicians that say, oh, I kind of know what to do, but I don't do it because I know it's myself holding myself back. Like, I don't have the confidence. Okay, I'm going to let some of you, my comments are a little bit slower. Everyone's like, me. Ellie L, sorry, I'm so guilty for this. I belittle myself every time I do a set. Yeah, it's hard. I know it is hard for us, but that's one of the big picture steps. The second one is that they don't know enough about marketing. So everyone is learning how to do nails. We go out, we spend our investment is in our training, because we have to have that. Obviously, we have to have the skill. but we don't go far enough. And we go in and we invest in our nail skills training, we buy the kit that we need, and we start up our businesses. And that would be fine if no one else was doing nails and you didn't really have to market yourselves. But unfortunately, the day and age that we're living in, there are nail techs to a penny. They are on every street, right? They are everywhere. And so if you want to have a successful nail business, you need to learn how to market your business. And it's not enough to just know how to work social media. So many people are just like, and this is the big thing that I hear so much, is everyone is saying, oh, you know, I'm doing all the things. So we, you know, and you can come and share what you're doing. Like I am posting on Facebook, I'm posting on Instagram. I've tried using different hashtags. Like I've got flyers printed. I've got business cards. I've tried loyalty schemes, and it's like we're trying everything and we're not getting the results. Let me know if that's you. I know there are a lot of you because I've been having a lot of email conversations with you, and I know you are all saying that. The thing is that when you're doing all the things, but you haven't got your foundations in place, think of it like building a house. You're trying to do all of the tactics and all the things at the moment without having the foundations in place, without having the marketing basics in place for your business. And it's a bit like building a house without the foundation. So imagine you're trying to build a brick house just on like a load of mud, right? It's gonna fall down, like it's not gonna have the strong result that you want. And this is when, you know, it's why I'm saying these two things. You've got the belief, but it's because you don't, for most part, people don't have the foundations in place for their marketing because they don't know enough. And it's not your fault. It's just that you're not taught this stuff. Like we're not taught this stuff. Like I did not know this stuff. I have a business marketing degree and I did not know this stuff. And it was when I went and did my nail tech training, started my business and struggled to get clients coming in. And I was like, you know, and I know a fair bit about marketing at that stage, right? Like I hadn't used it for a while. And also when I did my marketing degree, social media wasn't even around, right? But I had some information, right? And so, you know, I set up with a really strong brand. I had like my website set up. I went at with my social media thinking I knew enough, and I knew more than most. And I had to go out and learn specifically from someone how to market a nail business. And the more specific you get with your training on this, so you can go out and do a social media course, like you can go on Udemy, find a social media course and do that, but it's not going to teach you exactly how to get nail clients into your business. And that's why the Nail Tech Tribe is so different, because we're here today over these 4 days specifically talking about how to get nail clients into your business. And each industry has completely different, obviously, audiences, and you go about it in a completely different way. But if you don't have the foundations in place first, then all of your marketing that you're doing, all of your tactics, your posting on Facebook, your Instagram, like they're not going to necessarily work because you haven't thought about the initial things. And that's what we're going to be going through over the next 4 days, how to get these foundations in place, so that you have a successful nail business, so that when you go out and do the tactics, all the Facebook stuff and the Instagram and all those, you know, you'll get results because you've actually done you've laid the foundations for your business first. Louise, oh, I'm terrified. Just feel like everything is going to fail. That's not going to help you feeling like that, honestly. And we are going to be talking about that. Like fear is a big thing holding so much back. Okay, so I want to go through with you 5 ingredients to being fully booked and living an epic life now. I want to start with living that epic version of yourself right now, today. I want to ask you a question. So let me know in the comments. What do you think a fully booked nail tech earning thousands of pounds a month does in her life and business each day? How does she show up? How does she act? What does she do each day? Like, what does a fully booked, so you think of your version of a fully booked nail technician, what is she doing each day in her business? She is probably, I don't know, come and share some of them. Posting on social media every day. She is probably has a website set up. She probably has great branding for her business. She's probably, my version of a fully booked epic nail tech would be that she's earning really, really good money, professional, knows her worth. She gets up, advertised, does amazing nails, works long hours, knows her worth, consistent, shows up on time. She's probably entering competitions. She is probably brave. She probably tags Scratch Magazine in all her stuff. She maybe even writes an email to Scratch Magazine. She maybe holds competitions on her social media pages. She probably does stories. She probably knows all about Instagram. She's consistent in whatever she does. She charges a good enough price for her quality, work-life balance. She's strong, keeps retraining, confident, consistent, amazing ones. Okay. She looks the part, tidy, prepared for her day. I love that one. Determined, very hardworking. Okay. Your version, you need to get very clear on your version of what a fully booked, epic life nail tech looks like, because you need to start living that today. What most people do is they say, well, once I've got some clients, then I'll start taking photos. Then I'll start taking epic photos. Once I've got some clients, then I'll start tagging Scratch Magazine and stuff, or then I'll start trying to get featured in a newspaper or get featured in Scratch Magazine. Once I've got clients, then I'll feel confident enough to go live on my page. Once I've got clients, then I'll put my prices up. Like, you need to start living your epic life now. It happens in the other way around. Like, it's not that you get clients and then you're going to start living your epic life. You need to start living as that fully booked nail tech in your way. Each of us are different. So when you see a fully booked nail technician, your intuition is going to tell you what they do. You need to start doing that. And for so many of us, we're like, we know what we should be doing, but we're not doing it because we're scared. And it comes back to those two things that I talked about before. We're scared of doing it. And if you're that person that's like, yeah, this is what I think a fully booked nail tech should be, yeah, I'm not doing those things. Why are you not doing those things? Start doing those things today. When you start doing those things, that is what's going to get you to be that fully booked nail technician. Not waiting until you've got clients until you start doing it. It's the other way around. You have to start taking the action first. It's a bit like when they say, like, dress for the job you want, right? Like, you dress for the job you want, you get the job. Like, you have to start doing it. You have to start living as that, exactly like the fully booked epic life nail technician that you want to be. And you will just become that person then. I trust me. So many people are like, I'm so scared. Let's not feel into that right now, because we're going to be talking about that. If I tagged Scratch Magazine on my nails, they would laugh at me. They wouldn't. They are lovely people. Okay, don't worry. We're going to be talking about, like, the confidence thing a little bit. But you have to start living that epic life. Like, there's a lady called Laura Boucher-Walker who I talk about sometimes in here because she's in the Nail Business Success Club, and she's got two girls. They're like teenagers. She'd been running her business for a little bit, and she watched like 3 masterclass, like just like this, and she decided, right, I'm going to go for it. She had the same fears. She was worried that people wouldn't come. She was so worried people wouldn't pay like any more money to come and use her. She was so scared of like giving her business that push, and she started living like that. Like, so she did this. She worked out exactly what it was that she wanted, like what it would look like for her to be fully booked, and she started doing that, and she has completely transformed her business. Like, she has gone from earning, like, I think it was like £150 a week on a good week to over £1,000 a week. Like, she's just managed to pay for her whole family in the summer holidays to go to Cos for 2 weeks on her own. She's just like amazed by it all, and she has completely transformed it, and it's because she started living that version of her life. And I was the same. Like, I went for 5 years thinking I wanted to become a nail technician before I did it. Like, I had the same fears as all of you have. Like, I have that fear of, oh, what if I leave my job and no one books in to get nails done? What if I make the biggest mistake of my life? What if I'm rubbish at it? Like, what if? Like, yeah, you could, like, that could happen, but you're not going to let that happen, right? Like, why would you do that? Why would you let that happen? You're going to do everything you can to have the success. And what's the worst that can happen? Oh, you're going to go back and get that job again that you didn't like. Okay, well, you're going to go back and do it. It's worth the risk, right? Like, it's worth giving it a go. It's worth putting yourself out there and starting to live. Like, you might as well say to yourself today, right, I'm going to start living as my epic, as a fully booked nail technician today, what would a fully booked nail technician do today after this challenge? One, she'd be watching this challenge. Two, what would she do after it? And then go and do it. Like, and honestly, that is going to be the difference. That is what's going to get you to where you want to be. The fear is going to come up, but just be like, it's fine. I know you're just trying to keep me safe, little person sitting on my shoulder, but it's fine. We're going to move forward anyway, and we're going to take the action that we need, because everyone has those fears, but the people that have success just don't listen to the fear as much. They're just like, well, yeah, I'm scared. Like, I was scared to come and do this training for you. Like, I get scared every morning. I woke up with nerves in my stomach this morning. Like, I was scared as well. But I know, I'm just like, well, I have to go and do it, because that's not me anymore. I am not this person that's going to let fear hold me back. I'm not this person that's going to let fear stop me from living my dreams, stop me from being who I want to be. And the confidence will come once you start doing that as well. Because so many people are like, oh, well, I'll wait till I've got the confidence before I do it. Like, it doesn't work like that. You have to take the action. I've done tons of trainings in here before, and even one earlier this last week actually, about building confidence, and like just taking action, getting small wins and building that confidence up over time. Okay, so I also want to talk about taking responsibility. We started talking about this a little bit at the start, but this is another ingredient to having success in your nail business. Oh, sorry, I'm so thirsty. I had a bit of party yesterday. Okay, so taking responsibility. So, oh, am I still live? Yes, okay, good, I am. Let me just check I'm still live. Yeah, okay, cool. So, no external circumstances can be blamed for your life from now on. The only thing to blame if your life isn't where you want it to be, and if you are not achieving the things that you want to do, is you. And you have every chance. You have all the opportunities available to you. You have the internet, which can give you absolutely all the information you can pretty much need to get to where you want to be. And it was only when I started taking responsibility for my life that I started seeing some improvement in it, that I started getting more money in, that I started to... things started happening, opportunities started showing up, like good things started happening to me. And but for so many of us, and I was this as well, like we're the victim for so long. Like, we're like playing the victim. We think, oh, well, this happened to me and I'm from this background, or I don't have enough time, or I don't have enough money, or I don't have enough confidence, and we let these things win. And the problem is that when we don't take full responsibility for ourselves, like for example with like COVID, we're like, oh, well, yeah, I've been going for 2 years and my business isn't where I want to be because of COVID, and that's not fair, it's got me down. Like, there are nail techs in here and in the Nail Business Success Club that started at the same time, that started during COVID, and they are fully booked. If you take full responsibility for yourself, and you, like, for example, there's so many people that are like, oh, I don't have enough clients, like, you know, feeling really sorry for myself. Like, I know it is hard. Like, I do get it. I have been there. But then they're not willing to go and do anything about it. Like, you lot have shown up for this challenge. So you have started taking responsibility for your business, but it's about taking all the further steps that you're going to need to take. Like, you know, what do you need to learn in order to attract more clients into your business? What do you need to do? What do you need to invest in? Like, what action do you need to take in order to get more clients booked into your business? Like, it's not about like us just being like, oh, well, it's really sad. Like, and I hear this so much, and I know this is, all of you are going to say this, but like, you're like, well, I'm not fully booked. Like, come with me. Like, why do you think you're not fully booked right now? Is it because you think there's too much competition? Because the people in your area aren't willing to pay money to get nails? Maybe you're telling yourself that you're not fully booked because you're not good enough. Maybe you're telling yourself that you're not fully booked because you're too new, you're too old, you're too young. Come and share with me, like, why you think you're not fully booked right now. Like, are there some stories that you're telling yourself, or beliefs that you're having, that are stopping you from moving forward? Because these are a big ingredient. It is one of the 3 ingredients that I was planning on talking about, and I'm going to start talking about it now, is the stories that you hold around yourself as to why you are not fully booked, why you are not living an epic life. Let me see what some people are writing. Confidence issue, other nail techs are better, my work isn't good enough. So if you're saying these things, then what are you going to do about it? Because if you were taking full responsibility, rather than feeling sorry for ourselves, oh, there's too many other nail techs in my area, I'm not as good as them, like, do something about it. Like, every single nail technician started in exactly the same place. Like, someone else said to me this week, oh, well, it's okay for her, she's more established. Like, and I was like, she started exactly where you are. And just because it might take you a long time to get somewhere doesn't give you a long time to get to where you want to be. It's not the reason for not starting it in the first place. Like, you have to start somewhere. We all started being rubbish at nails. I promise you, I was horrific. I had to do 2 perfect polishing courses with C&D. I had to go twice in order to be able to paint well around the cuticle. Like, I was rubbish. I never managed to do extensions. I only ever offered natural nail services, and I must be able to grow my business to 5k, consistent 5k months, and have over 800 clients in my books. Like, it's possible for all of us, as long as we stop letting the stories win, as long as we stop listening to them. Like, Sammy's got a good one. Just not having enough free time for the kids, but now middle one has started school, I'm ready. So, like, this is something that used to hold me back. So I used to say to myself, I didn't have enough money to start and I didn't have enough time. The choice was that I prioritised other things. Yes, I worked full time. What I could have decided, if I was taking full responsibility and I was like, right, I'm not having this anymore, I could have worked every evening. I could have worked every weekend if I had been willing to prioritise my business over my life. Like, if that had been important enough to me, I would have done that. Obviously, I get with our kids, we can't just be like, oh yeah, see you later, I'm going out. Like, but we can find childcare if we need to. Like, we can do this. And like, once they've gone to school, obviously it gets even easier. But I grew my business. I had a 1-year-old and a 0-year-old at the time of starting my business. And I was able to go out and grow it to have 5k months. And that was not easy. I promise you it was not easy. Like, me and my husband were like ships in the night, but we sacrificed things so that I could get to where I wanted to be. And it was so worth it, because now I have this business that, I love, like, absolutely love. And otherwise I would have had to have gone back to my day job, because I wasn't like I couldn't not work. Like, I needed to bring money in. We had debts to pay. And I went back to would have had to go back to my day job. And yet here I was able to work around the children. Yes, it was really, really tough in the beginning, but it was so possible. Let's see, someone. Yes. The thing is that with these stories, there's all different types of stories that come up. So I like to call them like limiting beliefs. So I'm going to talk about this like just for a moment. And it's great for us to realise that they're not always true. So, for example, some of the beliefs and the stories that we might be telling ourselves is that no one will pay any more for our nail services. So people are like, oh, thanks, Helen. People are like, sorry, I lost my way for a second. Oh yeah, we won't pay any more for our nail services. And the thing is, what you want to try and do is when you have thoughts like this. So for example, if you're like, oh, there's too many other nail technicians around, I can't make enough, people won't pay any more in my area. Like, try and find cracks in that truth, because it's normally that belief and that story that we're holding isn't actually, true. It's not like a fact, if you know what I mean. Like, it's like something that we have made up based on all the external circumstances and all of the events and all the experiences that we've had in our life. So let me give you an example around the I can't get any clients, and there's too many nail technicians in my area, and like no one wants to pay any more. Is that if you surround yourself with other nail technicians that are having these same issues, and you are constantly telling yourself and you are constantly listening to everyone else who is struggling and telling you that it's impossible to get clients, that everyone's tried everything, that you can't make any money doing nails, that is going to be your reality. And if you stay listening to those types of stories, that is obviously everything that you're reading on Facebook, on Instagram, every time you talk to a nail technician that's telling you this, they are going to, those stories they're called our beliefs, and it's hard for us to get rid of them because we believe they're true. So we believe that no one wants to pay more. And I want to give you an amazing example. There's a girl called Claire Lang who's up in Scotland, I think. I'm pretty sure she's Scotland. I can't remember whereabouts there. And she is charging double what everyone else is charging. And yet she is fully booked, and all of the other nail technicians, or not all, I don't know every single nail technician that's in her area, but from what she said, everyone else is struggling to get clients and she isn't. Now, most people, and a nail tech even went to her, like another business owner went to her and said, how do you have the audacity to charge double what everyone else is charging? And it's not, it's her beliefs. She's not got audacity around it. She can charge whatever it is that she wants, but try and find cracks in the truth. If you're telling yourself that it's not possible to make any money doing nails, find and start hanging around with the people who do, who are having the success that you want, and start filling your head with those types of people. This is why Nail Tech Tribe is good, because we try and keep everything in the positive. Like, this is all about inspiring and motivating you to realize that it's possible. Like, I charge pretty much double what every other nail technician in my area. I was mobile. Now, a lot of mobile workers and at-home workers feel that they can't charge much because they don't have a nice salon. And they think, oh, because I don't have any overheads, I can't charge. Let me tell you, one, if you are a mobile nail technician, you can charge more than anyone else, because you are giving people the most precious resource on this planet, which is time. And your time is the most valuable resource to you, because you only have so much, you only have one life. And so this is why you are giving people the most convenient service when you're a mobile nail technician. And yet most nail technicians have got it in their head, mobile nail technicians, that they can't charge more and that they have to charge less because they're mobile. It's the other way round. And I'm going to be telling you tomorrow about how, we're going to be talking about more about money tomorrow, and how you can charge more and how you can position your business so that you attract more clients and make more money, as opposed to at the moment, which is where most nail technicians are, which is going in low priced, don't have any brand positioning, haven't really thought about like that, where their like business sits kind of amongst all the other nail technicians, haven't thought about who it is that they're actually targeting and who are struggling to get by. But once you've gone through, I know it's really hard to imagine, but like once we've gone through all 4 days of this training this week, you'll see that once you put all of these elements together, that it means you're going to have such a strong business, so that when you do go out and try and get clients, they're more likely, they're going to connect with you, they're going to know who you are, they're going to be like, oh my God, I want to get my nails done with this person. Like, that's the clients that we're going to, on day 4, we're going to talk about epic clients. Like, that is like about how we get the right types of people in your business, and we're not struggling to get by like everyone else is, of charging next to nothing and getting no clients. Okay, I want to just read some of the comments quickly. I would love to know what some of the beliefs are that might be holding you back. Please come and share some of them with me if you want to. Because when we have these thoughts, what do you think happens? So when we tell ourselves that we're not very good, when we tell ourselves that we're not worth it, when we tell ourselves that no one's going to pay this, when we tell ourselves that there's too many other nail technicians that are better than us, what do you think then happens? Let me know. What do you think happens to your ambition? What do you think happens to the action that you're going to take? Like, what action are you going to take when you're telling yourself these things? Less. And so we really need to be very, very, very careful about what we're allowing our brain to listen to. We need to be really careful about who it is that we're hanging around with, and we need to be really careful to listen. Like, it's like having that little devil on your shoulder. Like, one side's good, going, you can do it, and then the other side is going, oh, but you can't charge that much, you're not good enough yet, like, or there's too many other nail technicians around, so you're not good enough. And it's about flicking that person off right now and just being like, no, I'm not going to listen to you. Yes, I know you want to tell me that, but I'm not listening to you. And it's going to be hard to begin with, and that voice is going to be very loud, but the more action you start taking and the more you start listening to this one, the less this one is going to start talking. It's never going to disappear completely, but it will definitely get easier. Flash Talons, hi. She said, no one wants any nail art because I never see any women with it on. That's an interesting belief, isn't it? Because I know a lot of nail technicians that specialise in nail art, and they do tons of nail art, and it's like they do it day in, day out. And it's so interesting, isn't it? Because that's something that we'll be able to bring into your business, right? Like, you know, if you can, and I've seen Flash Salons, I've seen your like branding and things, and it's really good. And so yours is, again, one of those things, it's like the foundations aren't in place first. And so when we're doing our marketing and things, we're not getting the results that we want or the right types of clients that we want. So we're going to be talking about that like throughout this week. Joanna, it's my hubby's voice, who is so risk averse. And this is the thing, like when we have, like, in fact, let me just go to this part of my training. We need to surround ourselves with people who want... How are we doing on time-wise? We're doing good. We want to surround ourselves with people who want the same things as us and that are aligned with us. Now, we obviously can't just get rid of our family and like, we don't want to do that. But we need to be really careful of what we choose to listen to. People can talk to us all they want, but we can shut off from it. We don't have to listen to it. And we have our own lives. Like, each of you has one life to live. Like, do not let someone else hold you back from your dreams. Like, that's just really, really, really sad. There's a girl in the MBSC whose sister and mum told her that she couldn't charge. So she had done a challenge, and then she was just setting up, so she was brand new. And obviously what I teach is like, charge more, because it's going to be easier for you to get clients, it's going to be better for you to get better business. And so she started, and her mum and her sister were like, you can't charge that for doing your nails. Like, no one is going to book it in. And she was like, had this choice whether she was going to listen to me or whether she was going to listen to her sister and her mum. And luckily for her, she carried on listening to me, and she's like, no, Joe said, if I charge more, it's going to be easier. I've signed up for this course, so I'm going to follow what she's saying. And now she has a business where she has people paying this money. And her mum and dad and her mum and sister have now come round to it, and they're like, oh, okay, amazing. Your family are trying to keep you safe. Like, your friends are trying to keep you safe. They will tell you not to do things. They will try and put their 2 pence worth in as well. This is the other thing, is that you've got to be careful about who it is that you're listening to and what experiences they have. Because if they are someone who's a very, very risk-adverse person, who only wants to work an employed job, never would ever in a million years start their own business, but wants to give you business advice, don't listen to them. They don't know very much about it. Like, you know, and I've seen so many people, and like, we've got another lady called Debbie in the MBSC as well, and her husband was exactly the same as well, and he's like, no one's going to pay you £40 for their nails. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, no one is going to, and they're not saying it really harshly. They're trying to keep their family members safe, right? They're trying to keep them like happy and safe, right? They don't want to get upset. They don't want you to like get your hopes dashed, right? But it's not helpful. And now she gets her money. She goes and waves it in his face, which I absolutely love. That's fine to me. And so it's about surrounding yourself with people who want the same things as you and that are aligned with you. That's why Nail Tech Tribe Group is so good. That's why the Nail Business Success Club is so good, and why people get results after working with me. Because when you start hanging around with other people who are wanting, or who already have the things that you want, it's going to start rubbing off on you. Like, you don't want to hang around and listen. Like, be really, really careful of listening to other nail technicians telling you that they can't get any clients and that it's really hard and that it's going to be like they're never going to make any money, because it just isn't true. If you hung around with 100 of those people, that is going to be your belief. That is what you're going to think is possible. And what happens then is you don't take the action that you need to take, because why would you? It's not going to work. You're never going to make any money, so you're not going to take the action that you need to. Now, if you start hanging around with nail technicians, or like even just friends, anyone who is like supporting you and is like, you can do that, and knows what it is that do. So, you know, you're not listening to advice from people that don't know what it is that they're talking about, that you only listen to people that have experience in what you're wanting to, and you're listening to people that that have done it, or that are steps ahead of you. Like, there's I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's like, you should always be like the dumbest person in the room. Like, always hang around with people that have more than you, that want better, and you will be more like them. You are who you hang around with. So just be really careful of who you're letting influence your life, because that will make a big, big difference. And the last ingredient I want to talk about is taking massive action. Most nail technicians are not doing enough. If you are a nail technician that wants to be working like 20 hours a week, and you're currently only got 2 appointments in a week, what are you doing for the remainder of that time? What are you doing for the other 18 hours or 16 hours that you have left? you should be using that time to learn and market your business, because that is what is going to get you more clients. So many people are like, oh, I need to go and do more nail skills training. I need to go and learn more different types of skills. Like I might go and do lashes as well. I might go and do this. Like, that's all fine. You can go and do that. But what a lot of people think is that if they keep doing more skills training and they become skilled in more and more and more things, that is going to solve their problem of not having enough clients, because now they're doing more things. Surely that's going to lead to more clients. That is not the case. Like, in order to have more clients, you actually want to be, and we're going to be talking about this throughout this week, like more niche. Like, yes, it's fine for you to do different treatments. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that use the time that you have wisely. If you have 16 hours a week where you are not doing clients at the moment, that time should be spent marketing. But yet a lot of people are like, oh, I'm going to go and practice some more nail art, which is fine. I know we love doing nails, right? I know we love practicing. We love doing all of that thing. But that is not going to get you clients. Marketing is going to get you clients. It has to be the biggest, alongside learning how to do your nails, it has to be the thing that you spend the most amount of your time on in your business. But most people think it's just a small part of their business, and they spend maybe a couple of hours a week doing it. You are in hustle mode. For all of you pretty much that are watching this, you don't have enough clients, then you need to be in hustle mode and getting the clients in. And the way that you do that is not sitting back worrying about not having any clients. It's about taking tons more action. The more action you take, the more marketing that you do, the more clients you are going to get. Now, for some of you, you'll be like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Like, that is normal as well, but you're going to learn, right? We're going to go through a lot this week that you can start doing. There is a lot of resources that you have available that you can learn how to do this stuff, so that you know what you should be filling your time with doing. Trust me, there is so much that you could be doing that you could easily be filling 15 hours a week doing marketing alone. Like this, as you get busier and as you get more clients, like it doesn't matter so much. Like you can let go a little bit, like you can relax a little bit more. You don't have to do quite so much. And then it's a case of like ticking things over and keeping it consistent. But to start with, most people are not doing enough, and most people give up way too easily. So they'll do a few posts, oh, it's not working, and then they stop doing it. Consistency is the key to success with a local business. Like, we are local service-based businesses. People, and it's something that people rebook all the time, right? They need to be reminded of it all the time. Like, they need to be reminded that you're there. They need to know that you exist to begin with. Like, we talk about in the Nail Business Success Club about raising awareness, building know, like, and trust, or like trust with our clients, letting them to get to know us, and then how to convert them into actual paying clients. Yet most people don't know this stuff, and they're just randomly posting on social media, trying to get clients with no tactics, no strategy in place, not really having a clue, but thinking, oh, well, I've used social media, so I have enough information to get by. It's not enough. It really isn't. And this is why so many people struggle, and why we're doing this challenge. Tomorrow, we're going to be going through like pricing and how to position your business for success. On Wednesday, we're going to be talking about selling, because I know that is a big problem for a lot of people, is they don't like to sell or like put themselves out there or feel pushy at all. And on day 4, we're going to talk about how to have a niche and how to bring your epic clients into your business. Because what we want at the end of the day, the whole point of this is not to have a business that's going to stress you out and that's got horrible clients and you're not making any money. The whole point is that you have a business that's going to give you that epic life that you want. Like, that you're going to wake up in the morning and be like, oh my God, I've got so-and-so in today. She makes me feel as good as I make her feel. Like, you know, that they come in, that they tip you, they always turn up, they rebook, they buy retail from you, like they're happy to spend the money with you, they tell all their friends about you. Like, this is what you can have from your business. Like, there are many nail technicians that I know that have incredible clients that they absolutely love, and the reason they have them is not just luck. It's not because they're the greatest nail technician in the world either. It's because they know how to market themselves correctly to bring the right people into their business. And so I can't wait to share more of this around all this week with you. Right, I want you to take some action now. So for those of you that have the workbook, day 1 homework, you can see it in there. I'm going to go through it now. For those of you that don't have the workbook, turn your listening ears on, as I say to my son. Right, firstly, the homework. If you do the homework, so if you show up for all 4 days this week and do the homework and you use hashtag homework and you hand it inside this group, so afterwards, pop a post into the Now Tech Drive Facebook group, put hashtag homework on it, and you will be entered as long as you do all 4 days. And then on, when is it? Next week, I think probably we'll do it on Thursday. I'll let you all know later in the week. Next Thursday, I think we'll do it. We will hold a competition. So everyone that's done all the homework for the 4 days and that's shown up and watched the challenge for the 4 days will get put into a lucky dip, and we will choose one person from it and they will win a 40-minute one-to-one Zoom call with me, which is like going to be like a coaching call. We can go through your business. We can do like a Facebook audit if you want, social media audit. We can dive into confidence issues if you're having them, whatever it is that's going to be good for you and wherever your blocks are in your business. So to get to be in the chance of winning that, you need to have handed your homework in for each day. So today's homework, you pop it into the Facebook group afterwards, grab a pen and paper and write this down. I want you to write in the box or write down what is the biggest takeaway or lesson that you've learned from today's training. What is that thing that you were like, yeah, maybe it's that you haven't been taking full responsibility. Maybe it's that you've been listening to the wrong people. Maybe it's that you've been letting your limiting beliefs hold you back and you haven't been taking enough action. Come and share that in the homework. And then the second thing is I want you to choose 2 things that you can commit to doing in your business that you think a fully booked nail technician is doing that you're not currently doing. So these could be things like posting daily. Like, are you consistent with your posting, or do you do it ad hoc when you feel like it? Are you telling yourself that a fully booked nail technician would do that? And if you are, then you should start doing that. Right now. So I want you to share the homework. What's your biggest lesson or takeaway from today? And what 2 things can you commit to doing in your business that you think a fully booked nail tech would do that you're not currently doing? Come and share them and then go and take action on it. Like, it's not enough to just come and share the homework, right? Then go and do whatever those 2 things are. You can make massive progress this week. And I've seen people in the last challenges that have started doing these things and then they're coming and posting like, oh my God, I got 4 new clients from doing this. Thank you so much. Like, this is what can happen for you. Like, you can turn this all around. By Christmas, we're like 3 months. 3 months till Christmas still. How much your life could change in the next 3 months? Like, it is incredible. If you start taking the right action, listening to the right people and doing the things that you need to do, you will get to wherever it is. And you can literally have changed your whole life by Christmas if you choose to do that. And if you start like showing up today. Okay, so I want you to go and do that. If anyone has any questions after, please pop them in. Otherwise, tomorrow we're going to be going live at 10, and we are going to be diving into how to position your business, which I'm really excited about. Also, if you have friends, like nail tech friends and things that nail tech friends that don't know about this challenge, please come and let them know, because it is we are going to teach you so much over these 4 days, and I can't wait to like help as many as possible and see all the wins and things that you're getting. Kelly had a question. What can I post daily if I do not have a lot of clients? So what I would say to do is to focus on the big picture stuff as opposed to the tactics, because this is where most people are going wrong, is they're going straight in with the tactics of, oh, I need to post, what do I post on my social media? What hashtags do I use? What should I be posting? What pictures should I be doing? If you don't have the foundations laid first, it's going to be really hard for any of that stuff to work. And that is why so many people think, oh, there's no clients out there for me. I can't get any clients, because they're concentrating on doing the tactics rather than having things like, which we were going through this week, your niche in place, your branding in place, knowing where your position is in the market, knowing how to attract a specific type of person into your business. Because there are many, many things that you can post on your social media pages. You could go live right after this and go and say hi to your audience. Go and introduce yourself. Like, that would be a great thing. Like, if one of the things that you see a fully booked nail technician is going live, please go live this afternoon. I'll be so proud of you. Okay, fab. I hope you have a great day. Go and take some action, and I will see you all tomorrow at 10 a.m. See you later. Bye.